this ray gun. Listen to this. Listen to this one. My little electronic dog Speck, and here's how he says hello. Shut up! Okay, get back in the bag. Okay.
I've been inside all day, all week you find me in on it. I'm at the bottom of the ocean, swimming with the fish like I promised. Staring at me like a song saying I'm just a psycho, you look so stylish. Like I haven't been living in my own clutter in the streets of I keep picking up guitars from my truck to rock the beat. I ain't alone, all I can think about is how I love them and hate them and need them and leave them. People are horrible, now I'm in wisdom before you're the only one keeping me calm. So I don't want to explore it all the way, I know it's stupid, babe, already.
Sink back in your chair and don't drift into the shadows. In the shadows.
Pappy Mansfield, owner of KMP. Pappy listened patiently while I explained what I had in mind.
Unfortunately, you are replaceable.
Hello, hello. Oh, this is bugging out. There we go. So unprofessional. Hey everybody. I managed to fix the latency. It should be like a 3-second delay now or something like that. Ahoy hoy. Because the delay before was just unreal, dude. It was like 40 seconds. Yo yo yo, Hako. Yeah, it was really bad. But now it's like 3-4 seconds, something like that. We should be able to interact with the chat better. Still getting my sea legs. It's just going to be another animation stream. Don't worry, I'll get the chill study beats to study, relax, and chill beats to in a minute. I know everyone on Earth has ADHD and autism now, so I need to play the study chill beats to study and beat you meet to in the background, otherwise people will go insane. Yeah, dude, it was really slow yesterday. It was really slow. But I fucked about with the settings, and it should be okay now, if I'm not mistaken. I tested it earlier, and there was like a 3-second delay. Yeah, welcome back. I'm going to be doing these pretty much every day from now on, while I work on this cartoon. And beyond, because I will continue working on cartoons until I'm dead. Let's get Flash up. Tommy will be here soon. Whoop. Yeah, just check. That's like a 3-second delay. Fucking awesome, dude. Hell yeah. We got Mudman in the chat. He's a game developer. He makes funny shit. Check him out on Twitter. What's your handle? Something Mudman. Real Mudman, something like that. Yeah, real_Mudman. Check him out. His games are fucking hysterical, man. If you're familiar with Fish Tank and all of that fucking noise. I played his game based on that for about 2 minutes before I was puking. I still haven't beat it. I don't even know if it's possible to beat it. That's the thing. I felt bad for playing it as long as I did. But I promise I'll get around to it. Yeah, he's the Jimmy Craft guy. Hey, Chris. Yeah, you get to watch me work on this cartoon. Yeah, dude, I was puking. Yeah, that's how you... That's what I thought. Like, it was some sort of test. I was like... Like, if someone DMs you, how do I fuck all the dogs? Like, they've lost. You lost, bro. I can't find the last dog. Hey,
Ahoy,
Tommy.
hoy.
Hey, Tommy. Yeah, the stream delay is like 3 seconds. It's crazy. I fixed it.
That's nice to know.
Yeah.
Oh, ow. Oh.
No one's ever seen a stream this quick.
Oh man, we're
We've
gonna
got-
be able to interact with God
yeah,
himself.
Tommy, we've got Chris Wilson of Cyanide and Happiness in the chat.
Hello there, Chris Wilson.
Yeah, Tommy and I used to read your comics in school, dude. I know Tommy from way back.
I mean, I still do for the
Yeah.
most part.
It's kind of fucking freaky that you're here now. Yeah, welcome everybody. You get to watch me clean up this spider. It already looks clean, but it's not. I promise you it's not. I can't allow this animation to be tainted. tainted by man, and it's in perfect eye.
Get this fucking stream up on my phone so I can actually interact with people. There we go. Flip that shit.
Yeah,
Come on.
Tommy's a disabled bestie from secondary school.
Partially disabled for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm not fully disabled.
He's got spinal problems from fucking hard labor.
Well, falling off.
He's doing it for his family. He's doing it for his family. He's doing it for his son and daughter. It's fine. He's not a punk.
I'm a somewhat satisfied wagey. It's fine.
It's alright. We've all been waging, man. It's part of life.
There we go. Now I can interact
We've
with
all got to do it.
hell.
It's a nice reference I got going here. The spider's already animated, I'm just being really fussy about it. Like, oh, I have to get the line weight right, otherwise people aren't going to think it's real. See, my MO with animation is that I think animation ruins lives, so I try to make cartoons that remind people of real life, because I can't bring myself to animate something that people are going to be like, what's the story arc with this character? That character's literally me. That character's literally me. It's like, no, fuck you, it's not. And if it is, you should feel bad, because these characters are bad people.
There we go. Hi, Chris. Your comics set me up for life, I guess. They gave me the good funnies, and they made my belly rumble with laughter.
His belly was
Jumping up and down.
Not congealing. What's the word I'm looking for?
Convulsing?
Convulsing, that's right. You were convulsing with joy and ecstasy when you read Explosum.net in class when we should have been doing work. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Anybody who fucking didn't pay attention in IT class already knew how to use computers anyway. It's fine.
Oh, well, that's because fucking Miss Bitchface lost all my coursework and was like, oh yeah, you spent a year doing all that work, why don't you just do it again for me? It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Find my fucking work.
Yeah, it's your fault, bitch. Give me an A. I promise you it was A-star work. Idiot. That actually happened in college when I borrowed a friend's USB flash drive and I ejected it with... I unplugged it without ejecting it, and all of his work for that course year was just gone. I was like, you kept all of your coursework on a fucking flash drive and you think that's my fault? I mean, it was my fault, kinda. But...
That was definitely your fault.
it's my fault, kinda, but you don't keep all your work on a flash drive that you can just
No,
drop,
you don't.
or, like,
that's a rookie move.
And he's like, you better do my work. And I was like, do you want my grades? Because I'm coasting through this course. I'm getting C's. I'm not here for the certificate.
I'm not here to learn.
Yeah. No, I already knew how to use computers, man. The whole thing was pointless. It's like, here, like, they teach you how to do PowerPoint presentations. Like, when was the last time you saw a fucking PowerPoint presentation?
Man, my favourite lesson was learning how to do a PowerPoint presentation by making a PowerPoint presentation on explaining PowerPoint
Am I using
presentations.
MX? No, I'm using CS3. I would use 8, but it's got memory problems. Like, my animations are too heavy for anything older than CS3. But 8 is my favourite. But unfortunately, it's just... it's not meant to be. Until someone mods, like, an open source version of Flash that we can all fuck with, I'm stuck with CS3, my beloved, that I've been using since 2006. I use Animate when I'm doing paid work, but otherwise, when I'm in my comfort zone, when I'm just zoning out, making the funnies, yeah, it's CS3. Miss Bitchface lost my work.
She did. I can't even remember her name,
Me
but she
neither.
fucking loused it.
Oh well, who gives a fuck? IT jobs don't even pay well. So unless you're becoming like a developer, which you don't learn how to do in school, you don't become a good developer by being taught how to develop. That's just not how it works. You have to be like autistically obsessed with coding and optimizing something very specific that other people can use in the future. That the best coders
No,
did.
it makes me angry that a teacher lost my work and then expected me to just do a year's worth of work like it's nothing.
Yeah, well, why are you bitching about it now? You're like nearly 30. Fuck her.
Because it still hurts.
It shouldn't. Fuck her.
That C in ICT would have done something, maybe.
It would have made a difference, yeah.
It would have made some form of difference in my life.
Yeah, I bet it would have as well.
You know, in an alternate timeline, I'm a fucking jacked up
Mate, it's fine. All of my grades were
fucking
C's. They were all C's.
code monkey.
I passed by the skin of my teeth. I was just like, I'll do the bare minimum. Just so I can get the fuck out of here. But just know that that's all this is. You can't make me do more than that.
Man, I don't even know what I want to do.
You can't be saying that. Don't be saying that out loud.
I can be saying that.
To be fair, most people don't. I was watching an interview earlier today. I can't remember who it was with. It wasn't Lex Friedman. Fuck that guy. But there was an interview and the guy was like, "Yeah, I was 20 and then I fucked around as a bouncer for 10 years and then I worked for Boeing." And I was like, how the fuck did you make that jump? What happened in between those two professions? What happened exactly? But I don't know. It's not good to compare. You taught yourself how to code in your late 20s, dude. How? I think the thing is I'm so experienced with animation that whenever I try and start something new, I feel like a toddler. Like I'm this good at animation, so I should be good at something else. Like I'll pick up a guitar, and it's just embarrassing, and so I just put it down because it's like, well, I'm obviously never going to be satisfied with the level of playing that I'm at because I'm already really good at something else. So I'll just constantly be comparing my level of like guitar playing to my level of animation expertise, and I'll just never be happy. So I gave up on trying to learn something that substantial. Hearing that you learned how to program in your late 20s is crazy. Because the only programming language I actually learned was ActionScript 2.0, which is what I coded this stream layout in. But I have no intention of getting into developing because if I want to develop something, I have friends that are good at coding already, so I'll just stay out of that. But that's really impressive, dude, that you managed to fucking brute force your brain to retain coding knowledge in your late 20s.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, some people probably couldn't even, if they've never opened a bottle of wine by the time they're 29, they're never going to learn how to do it. Like, that's just how a lot of people's minds work. Like, they just crystallize. It's like, I'm incapable of learning new things. So, yeah, props to you, dude. Fuck. Yeah, man, Cyanide and Happiness is like, it's one of the all-timers. Like if you are even slightly familiar with internet culture but you don't know Cyanide and Happiness, you're just there's something wrong with you, man. Like that's how all-encompassing it is.
Got us through a lot of boring lessons.
Yeah.
A lot of boring lessons.
I know it's sort of a bygone era, but it's not. Like, it's really not. It's just the internet is now just a sea of shit, and the people who are actually good at things sort of have to fight for relevancy. But that doesn't devalue what these things meant to people and their impact. I should make a new Pivot cartoon. I should reboot like The Chase or something. During lockdown, I made another Pivot cartoon for the first time since I was like 12. And people were like, "You fucking do more of that." And fuck it, I might do it.
We need more Pivot.
I'll be the one to resurrect stick figures. Fuck it, why not?
The Pivot Revolution. Let's go.
I don't know if you know this, but I was kind of a big deal in the Pivot community. I brought the Yuck Yucks.
That's gay.
Do you see how, like, insane I'm being about this spider's legs? Like, no, I must weight the lines, otherwise it just looks like a scribble. This is why nothing ever gets fucking made. I promise I won't be this insane about the cartoon that comes after this. I've just put too much effort into this one to not just make it special, because I plan on launching a Patreon after this. That's true, dude. I actually drew like a really detailed, almost tarantula looking spider, and it killed the joke, because this spider gets squished. And and I gave it like cute eyes and stuff, and I was like, no, that ruins it. Like, if it's just this weird little scribble looking thing, it's way funnier. It gets flattened and its legs are just spread out like a starfish. This isn't even a spider, it's a daddy long legs, it's an arachnid with 6 legs.
You're such a meanie poo. Killing animals. Ah.
I'm wondering whether he's going to name the spider before he squashes it, because if he names it and then squashes it, that's like extra mean, and to me that's extra funny.
Oh mate, Peter will be fucking
it's like,
trying to eat you.
I'm gonna call you Susan, and then he smushes it. It's Itsy Bitsy Spider in real life, guys. Guys. Hey,
no
chat.
more water spout for you.
Hey, chat. What does chat think? What does chat think about the ongoing conflict unfolding in the Ukraine? I mean Ukraine. Wait, which one am I supposed to say without getting lynched? I don't know. What are you up to right now, Chris? You need some background noise? What are you busy doing right now? What are you occupying your brain with? Unless it's top secret. Could very well be a top secret operation with code names and double agents. Oh, I forgot to put on the annoying background music. Hang on, let me do that. There we go. It's royalty free, guys. Don't blame me. I had classical music on before and it kept getting struck. Oh, you're working on some music? Wait, should I turn the music off so you can concentrate on your music? Because that's gonna fuck with your head, right? You've been in the game long enough. You can mute your stream. Alright, I'm good. Cool. Yeah, like, because I know there's certain things, like, when people are working on video editing, you can't really listen to anything else. Like, you have to concentrate fully on the video editing. You want the music up? Alright. There you go. Otherwise you're gonna hear the background noise, you're gonna hear my farts.
You're gonna hear the poo-poos.
Hey DJ, turn that shit up. I don't want to. Okay then, that's your choice, I respect it.
Damn, you should just go to one of those silent discos where they give you fucking headphones.
I've been to a silent disco.
That sounds so shit.
I mean, it was alright. The thing is, they let you flip between channels, so like there'll be people listening to hardcore and there'll be people listening to drum and bass. And it's people, there's people thrashing around, and then there was other people like just sort of swaying. And the whole thing just felt schizophrenic. I didn't like it. I was not a fan. It was at that same festival I talked about that Slavoj Žižek spoke at. That philosophy one, and they had a fucking silent disco there. And the whole thing was just absurd, man. Fucking drama channel-esque music.
We're making cookies again. Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad I fixed the latency. It was so bad before, it wasn't even funny.
Wow.
The your mum situation is crazy.
Hey, my mum's a saint. You leave that lady alone.
Your mum, maybe.
What about your mum's situation?
I love my mummy. Nobody ever says bad things about my mummy.
Yeah, I love your mum too.
Steady.
Steady.
Steady on.
What do you mean you love my mum?
You saying she's nice? She's not. But she is cool. I'm a cool mum.
I'm a cool mum. Sometimes I wear roller skates.
Holy
And
freaking crap, chat.
and I have a pair of Heelys.
I always wanted a pair of Heelys. I also wanted a pair of soap shoes because of Sonic Adventure 2 and I never got them. They're real, you know.
I
There's
wasn't allowed a pair of Heelys because my mum heard that one story of that one girl who fell down some stairs with Heelys on and broke her leg.
Fuck's sake.
Yep. But she let me have a skateboard and rollerblades and everything else, just not
Equally
Heelys.
as dangerous hobbies, yeah. The fucking one story will fuck up an entire life path. The Healy life. You nearly partook in the Healy life, but a spooky, scary story prevented you.
I could have been one of the cool kids at school.
Is the music too loud? It's really loud in my headset, so it's sort of hard to deal with. Just let me know. Turn it up louder. Balls, shut up, man. I'm turning it down, fucker.
Turning it down out of spite.
I think he's just fucking with me.
There's no such thing as a respectable volume
It's
anymore.
It's already starting. I'm already getting fucked with.
Where's Billy? He'll defend your honor.
Billy, either sleeping or playing a game based on a war that he can pretend he died in. Like I said last stream, that's Billy. Sort of when you hit your 30s, that's when you start reading books and playing games about wars that you can pretend you died in. But I shall always be a Halo 3 man. I will be a Halo 3 man. Today, tomorrow, 20 years from now, until I am dead. You can't listen to, I mean, I can't listen to, like, a lot of the music I like is quite, like, I can listen to George Harrison or something while I'm working, but I can't, I like some rock that's kind of heavy, and I cannot listen to that while I'm working. And stuff that's lyrically heavy too, like my brain is just like, oh, is someone talking to me? I can't focus. So I kind of know what you mean, but if it's ambient, it's fine.
I've never had that issue.
Well, that's
But then again, I've always been like really good at multitasking.
It's because you're a WoW player. You were a WoW player.
I had to learn.
You studied the blade.
I had to study my rotations and screaming at people for not healing me.
Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying.
They deserve it.
I can kind of understand why that would be the case during coding. Like every time I've coded something, it's always in dead silence because I'm entering some sort of flow state. It's hard to explain. I need no distractions.
Oh, pardon me.
Because you're constantly, like, you know, you fix something and a million other things break, and you need to remember all of those things at the same time. So you need complete and total silence.
No, you need some obnoxious speed metal to just break that cycle. That's what you need.
Making these legs shiny. This spider's gonna be the fucking coolest spider anyone's ever seen, and then he's gonna die. He's gonna get squished. This fucking nightclub music's playing again. I'm skipping this.
Oh god, that's even worse. No, Jim, you need some anger fist. That'll get you working better.
You just reminded me of Fisthead.
Fishhead!
Fisthead! That was one of my favourite cartoons, man. Check it out on Newgrounds, Fisthead. It's classic. Fisthead! Anal fist.
I worked in a factory that's like, luckily I'm allowed to wear headphones in, so I just stick Spotify on shuffle and have at it.
Yeah, jobs like that, mindless jobs, are not so bad when you're allowed to wear headphones, man. It's just when it's intensive physical labor, just day in day out, that's when it's even the headphones don't make up for that, as you can vouch for with your fucked up spine.
I mean, I still wear headphones everywhere I go just to power through, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a couple of hills near mine that absolutely fucking kill my back.
Yeah, Mudman, I think I agree with that. It's usually
Oh,
the
damn, that's
concept
a good
stage.
cookie.
It's usually the concept stage where you just no distractions because you're congealing something in your fucked up head. But like what I'm doing right now, I'm sort of just cleaning this spider up that I animated earlier today. Like, it's just completely mindless. I already know how to do it, so I'm just doing it. Don't even trip, dog.
Just gotta blast that shit and get yourself through it. Good times. Pump up the jam. That's what you need.
Jimmy. I've got Jimmy Craft in my fucking head now.
Pump up the jam.
It's a game Mudman in the chat made based on Sam Hyde's fucking fish tank thing, Jet Neptune.
Oh dear.
The objective is to fuck dogs.
Yeah, I thought it'd be something fucking.
Yeah. He sent me a fucking Steam code of it. And I had no idea what I was in for.
Oh man. Sounds like a damn fun game.
Oh boy. It's not. I haven't kept up with Fish Tank since the first season. It got, like, I love it, but it got too brain rotty for me. Like, not brain rotty, but like, it's just the sheer humanity of it that got too much for me at one point. I was like, I don't know how to cope with this anymore, I'm sorry. It is a great project though. I very much enjoy. I was religiously following the first season of it. This season went insane. I mean, dude, I'm not surprised. It always does. Maybe I'll check the recaps or the edited episodes or something. It's probably good background noise, huh? That's what I used it as during the first season. But anytime people started shouting, I was like, I have to turn this off, I need to focus. The internet was long overdue a project like that, though. Like like in the UK, Big Brother was fucking huge. And the fact that there was that, I think there was a project in like the late 90s, early 2000s, with a house that had a bunch of insane people in it, and they were given guns, and it was live broadcasted on the internet, and it was done by some insane dude. I remember seeing a documentary about that. Yeah, but I'm surprised something like Fish Tanks took this long to metastasize. Because the internet was long overdue it, especially with the outbreak of all the insane people on Twitter. Like, it just needed to happen. Get a bunch of Craigslisters in a house and just see what happens. What the fuck is Blood Games? Is that part of Fish Tank? Blood Games. I don't remember that because I only saw the first season.
You remember Super Nanny?
Yeah, I remember Super Nanny.
That was wild.
What is Blood Games? Yeah, the South Park parody was that, yeah, I remember Cartman, like, spits in her mouth.
And she starts eating her own shit.
Fuck you, I want to play Xbox. Yeah, I remember that. This bitch took my Xbox.
It blows my mind, like, the concepts people come up with for TV shows. Like that one where they send all those naughty kids to prisons to get them, like, intimidated and shit
I remember
into
that,
not
yeah.
going to prison.
I remember I saw one clip of a kid who was on that show, and he just started mugging one of the prisoners who was supposed to be scaring him. They had, like, a cracked door, and the prisoner was, like, grabbing him by the throat and just being like, "You don't want to end up like me." And he's like, "Get off me!" And he's just mugging the shit out of him, and the kid just did not care at all.
Well, yeah, because they know that they can't do shit.
Yeah, of course. Like
the
kids aren't as stupid as people like to think. Oh, it was season 2.5. I remember that being announced. Yeah.
Damn, I want to see that show where the worst singers. I want to see that so bad. That sounds so fucking funny. Run, you free, run. That's what I want to see.
Can't say I blame you, mate.
I do enjoy a good shit singer.
A good shit singer?
Yeah. One that's really, really overconfident and thinks that they're really good at singing, but they're actually dog shit. They're my favourite.
Like me?
No, you've got a pretty decent voice.
Like me? It reminds me of myself. Everything everyone else says reminds me of me. What you just said reminds me of myself. The UK Autism Dating Show? Oh, Love on the Spectrum? Dude, I love that show.
It seems we're
Fuck,
both
man.
autistic, it don't,
Yeah, yeah.
isn't it?
Well, no, dude, I remember.
Well, it seems we've both got autism, haven't we? Yes, I believe we do.
Fuck, I love it. It's amazing.
Damn, I'd date that guy.
I knew an autistic guy in animation college who made animations with Play-Doh, and he got his degree, and then he went to go work at Legoland afterwards. And I was just like, dude, you could have just went to work at Legoland. Like, why did you get into debt? The fuck did you do that for?
Yeah, but I bet he makes like fat money working at Legoland.
Fat P working on the Legos.
Yeah, probably.
That's not a made-up story, by the way. He actually did go to work at Legoland afterwards.
Well, I guess he's living the dream.
He made animations out of Play-Doh. I believe he got a first on his degree.
Damn.
And then he went to go work at Legoland. It's like, fuck, man. Like, that guy had his shit all figured out. Like, he probably had no intention of working in animation. As he shouldn't. You should never become an animator. This shit's impossible to make a living out of. Don't be an idiot like me.
No, everybody jump on the bandwagon. Let's all go to performing arts school.
Don't be a fucking bonehead and study animation at college. That's fucking stupid. Don't do it.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Yeah, it's true. If you're gonna enter a career of passion, you are mildly insane. I agree with that. Whatever, man. I wouldn't have it any other way.
What do you mean? Don't you want to be working at Greg's?
Yeah, actually. Sounds cool.
Get you some fucking steak bacon, some
Do I get
pasta.
free Greg's? Because, hell yeah, dude. There's some people that work at Greg's, all they have to do is come in early, bake all the nice treats, and then they just go home before the store opens. You telling me that doesn't sound fucking bliss? You come in, bake some donuts, sausage rolls, go home.
Sounds like a good life.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always jack in animation and become a fucking milkman or some shit.
Nah, fuck no.
You get to drive around on that little dolly trolley thing.
Mudman, that's exactly what I've done. I was just like, look, I'm not doing anything else, I refuse. And somehow life found a way. Look, it's what I'm best at, please don't make me do anything else. And then it works out. It worked out somehow.
I think when my back's better, I'm gonna do some extreme forklifting.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Just an idea I had in my head.
Tony Hawk's forklift simulator.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna develop the most realistic forklifting simulator you've ever seen.
It already exists. Or is yours
No,
gonna be even more
that one's
realistic?
probably dog shit. Yeah, no, mine's gonna be like to the letter.
The forklift
I'm-
certified forklift simulator.
Yep, I'm RTITB certified. I've been for 5 years, I want to say.
3 cheers for that, man.
Yeah, that's right. I've got a forklift license. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. You're jealous.
Nothing, because you're ugly.
Driving forklifts is fun as hell. It's probably my favourite part about working in factories. Because people leave you alone. They want shit, you go get it, then they leave you alone. It's bliss. And when you have a forklift license and a spare pallet, all that heavy shit that you're supposed to carry by hand, fuck that. Chuck it on a pallet, lift it up with a forklift, take it in. Boom. Beat the system.
This is what they don't want you to know, man.
Yep. I am breaking the matrix with my forklift license. They can't
Who's
stop
they?
me.
You know, they.
You know, them people.
You know the ones.
They're always trying to bring you down. Can't bring me down. I go up and down. And left and right.
BA start.
The French.
Dude, I lived in France for a year. I can tell you, fuck the French. Nah, it was a good time, but fuck those people.
Except for getting burgled, what, 3 times?
I got burgled twice and I got pickpocketed twice. I had everything stolen out of my apartments, 2 separate apartments, and then I had 2 phones pickpocketed on the Paris subway. You gotta keep your wits about you in France, man. My friend thought I was being targeted, but it's no, it's just theft is really common in France. So that's all it is. Pickpocketing especially. Although in London, like, I kind of preferred the French way of doing it, because in London people will just walk up to you, pull out a knife and go, "Oh, give us your phone, dickhead." Whereas in France, at least there's some artistry to it. They'll do some gay maneuver and slip your phone out of your pocket. Yeah. There's some artistry
look at my
there.
twirl.
I'm stealing your phone. It wasn't even a good phone. It was like a Sony. A Sony something with a laggy touchscreen, and they took it from me. Sons of bitches. You'll never catch me. I am too fast on my electric scooter that I rented from the city. You stupid English idiot. All these stupid English coming here for taking jobs. I should have went Henry V on them, man. Just fucking... Nope, this nation's mine now. Fuck you guys. throne belongs to me. You guys are fucking insufferable.
Do you have a cigarette, please, s'il vous plaît? You have a cigarette?
No, mate, no.
Oh, dude, like, you've never seen so many cigarette butts on the ground in your life until you've been to France. Like, people smoke like chimneys there, it's crazy. And it doesn't seem to affect their health at all. I don't know what's their deal is. But like, I used to smoke equally as much as the other smokers in the studio, and I had the worst smoker's cough you'd ever heard.
He's how you say a pussy? He's a little pussy bitch. He cannot handle the cigarette.
But yeah, they do make cigarettes look yummy. They love posing with their cigarettes and their bonnets and their bob haircuts. Now I'm just fantasizing. You live in a particularly crime-ridden area of London. Which fucking part is that? I lived in Deptford for a few years, and that place was a hellscape. Southeast London, Lewisham area. Got called a gentrifier a whole bunch, even though I was broke as shit. Oi, bruv, get out our neighbourhood. What are you doing here, bruv? This is our block. What are you doing in my postcode, bruv? I'll stab you over my postal address. Haringey. Where is that? Haringey. Oh, is that North London? Oh, North London's really fucking bad. Billy, a regular on this stream, is from North London. I always forget what part he's from though, but it's a really bad area. Yeah, I think he's close to Tottenham or something. He'll probably show up at some point, he'll tell you. There's constant gang warfare outside of his flat. My first time in London, I was 13. I was visiting my cousins who live in, they're from Peckham. And some guys came up to us and pulled knives. And they were like, "Oi, bruv, where you from?" And I said, "A town out." I said, "I'm from Nottingham," which is a town that's not in London. And they were like, "Where the fuck's that? What's Nottingham?" Because they were expecting me to say a postcode. They were expecting me to say, like, some numbers and digits, letters and digits. That, just in case it was another gang's area. And it just confused them. And they were like, "Whatever, man, just give us your phone." And then we started running before we could hand over our phones. And then when we got to the end of the street, my cousin Robert went, "Hey, go fuck your mothers." Like, he couldn't help himself. And then they started fucking chasing after us. And we were running for like 5 minutes until we found a public area and they all just scattered. Man, I don't know why he did that. He couldn't let it go. Like he had to egg them on. That shit was mad scary. But Tommy, you know Robert, he can't fucking let shit go like that. Like he has to get one in.
No, he's done that a few times when we hung out,
Yeah.
and it's so fucking dumb.
He has, it's like almost no survival instincts whatsoever. It's like, well, he disrespected me. It's like, mate, it's better than being dead. It was funny though. In retrospect, I can laugh. It's a long time ago now. Like 17 years ago, shit. He didn't have to boss up Mudman. I'm happy that he did it now because now it's a funny memory, but at the time I was just like, mate, are you gonna do this anytime someone wants to murder us over our fucking... This was in the era of like slide phones too. I had like a slide Samsung. Fuck, dude. Yeah, dude, it was during the Chav vs. Emo wars. And I wasn't either. I had long hair, but I just sort of just kept to myself. Because they were both fucking weird. No offense, Tommy.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, Tommy was on the emo side.
I had my skateboard, I had my low-life belt, I had my skinny jeans and Converse. I was living the high life.
I got caught up in it because I had the fucking long hair, so they just assumed. But you know, that was the extent of pattern recognition at that age. Was like, well, he's got long hair, so he's part of that tribe. Nah, dude, I was just some fucking dork that wanted to go home and make cartoons of stick figures fighting each other and shit like that, man. I did actually have a fringe that went in my eyes, yeah. I did have that. Bangs for the Americans in the chat. I had the what was it? Where it's a fringe that goes across one side. I didn't have like a bowl cut or whatever. You know the haircut. It was basically emo. I had that except I didn't dye my hair, and I wore like loud clothes. And that's enough to make people... Back then, that was enough to make someone want to kill you.
I went the whole kit and caboodle. I had the fringe, I had the eyeliner, I had the low-life belt, I had the sweet and sour Converse. It was good times.
Yeah, man. They'll flex their Blackberries. I remember the Blackberry guys, man. They would play Brick Breaker in front of you, like, yeah, you can't do that, can you, idiot? You can't play Brick Breaker. Dude, I heard, Void, like, according to Shane Gillis anyway in his stand-up, like, apparently Australia still has goths. With the huge boots and the trench coats and the long hair. Because I think that the UK culturally is like 5 years behind the United States, and then Australia is like 15. Like anything that you guys have, we have like 5 years later. Unless it's like underground shit, like we had a pretty good thing going in the 90s with EDM and stuff. But otherwise, yeah, a lot of the stuff that we get is just secondary to American culture. There's a sizable goth scene in Providence still. That kind of makes sense. That place is I don't know how else to describe it other than a hellscape. It's like I think I remember Sam saying on stream once, like, he likes being there because of the sheer humanity of it. It's almost like if he was to move somewhere peaceful for his operations, he would have no inspiration. Which I completely get that, man. Like, you don't make good shit if your existence is peaceful. You just don't. Like, Tommy and I's upbringing was, it was unusual when we went out on the weekend, if we didn't get our asses kicked or someone tried to kick our asses. Like, that was just normal. And it took us until, like, what was it, a few months ago, maybe? Like a month or two ago to realize, wait, that was really fucked up. That's, like, not normal. But to us, it just felt normal. It's like, hey, we're gonna go out, we're gonna go to the park, chill. Maybe we'll get our asses kicked, who knows? And it's not even a Stockholm Syndrome thing, we just assumed that that was part of life. Yeah, Terra, that shit's not normal, man. We just thought it was.
It is weird. You kind of get used to it after a while.
Yeah, you're just like, well, I guess I'm in a fight again, and we're outnumbered again, because they always travel in fucking groups. I guess this is my life. And then you finish school, you go to college, it just stops happening. You're like, oh. What the fuck was that? Before I grew out my beard, because I've got long hair, a couple years ago, I went to the cinema. I can't remember what I was watching. Maybe it was Top Gun Maverick or something. Some chav wolf whistled me. And I genuinely think he thought I was a woman.
When I had my really
I didn't know how
I
didn't know how to respond because
Chav. A few times.
Yeah, I didn't know how to respond because Chavs are so fucking stupid that if I just responded like, "Yo, what the fuck," like he would have like accused me of being gay, even though he
or thinking you were a trap.
Yeah, or thinking that I was a tranny or something. Yeah, and it's like, mate, that's on you, not me. It's not my fault you mistook me for a woman. So I just remained silent. I was like, wow, that was fucking weird.
Oh, I have really good genes, so even at 30, my hair is really thick and long, and lush and beautiful.
Same here, except I'm going grey. I'm going silver. I'm going silverback mode.
Ungy bungy.
I'm 29 and my hair's going grey. It's not been easy.
That's just stress, my guy.
I know. There was actually a
You
point
need
in my
to
mid-20s
learn
when I was like 23, my hair started falling out from stress, and I was like, oh shit, here it comes, the Norwood Reaper, I'm going bald. And as soon as I got my finances in order, my hair stopped falling out and it grew back again. I was like, oh my fucking god, there is no way. I was shitting myself, man. It's the same. It was the same with my back pain. My back pain was stress-induced. And sorry to bring up back pain considering your back, but my back pain was stress-induced, and I thought I had back problems, and I went to the doctors for it. and they were suggesting all this shit, and it's like, no, I was just stressed. Like, back pain can be caused by so many things. And sometimes it's just up to you to figure out what's causing it. Which I know that sounds insane, but that actually was the case.
Yeah, just do some stretches. What you on about? It's
No,
not
that's
bad.
not. No, dude. You just because you have like actual medical chronic back pain, like
No, I mean like yoga stretches and shit like that.
Yeah, but like genuinely, mine was stress-induced back pain, and if you go to the doctors, they're never going to suggest that to you. They're just going to start medicalizing it immediately. My back has 0 pain in it now, and it hasn't for years. And this is coming from a guy who, up until like a year ago, I was animating everything on this shitty old, like 50-year-old wooden desk and a wooden chair, just hunched over a tablet, a 13-inch tablet, which is not good for you. But even then, I didn't have back pain because I fixed my stress problems.
Fixed your posture.
Oh yeah, I fixed my posture too, thanks to 4chan.
I had good posture for about 3-4 months, and then my back happened.
Yeah. Mate, you're not gonna maintain good posture working in a warehouse. You're just not. It's not possible. The king must give me £1 million. I've had enough of this shit. You hear that, king?
£1 million, pretty please.
I'm not saying please. I mean it.
You gotta be a little bit polite. Come on now, he's like 80-something year old.
Yeah, it's time to go, King Charles. It's time to fucking go, mate. With your weird fucking sausage fingers. Time's up, mate.
Oh, come on. It's my time to sit on the throne.
Time is up.
Pretty please, can I say?
I love David Firth's video when he was being inaugurated. Of him, like, signing papers. And he AI'd his own mouth over it. And he's like, fuck's sake, mate. Fucking bollocks, this is. Being king is bollocks. I'm fucking done with this shit. What the fuck is this here? Can you just move this out of the way? Fucking hell, mate. Being king is bollocks. What's going on with the music?
I don't know why, but you've just reminded me of a really shit fucking 90s TV show called Pepper Ann.
Oh, I remember that. The ginger girl.
Yeah.
That was the same vein as, like, I think Pepper Ann, Doug, what was it? Not Beavis and Butthead. It was another Mike Judge show. No. What was it called? Daria. Those are all very of the era adult animation. I mean, Doug wasn't adult, but you get what I mean. Yeah, Daria. Those all have the same vibe of, like, attempting to penetrate the adult market with animation outside of MTV. and you know, animated sitcoms, I suppose. Although I don't really fuck with Dario. I don't like that. That's one part of the 90s I really don't fuck with, is like the nihilist shit, the cynical stuff, which was very of the time. That has somehow metastasized into like, it's evolved into just this like existential nihilist shit like Rick and Morty. It's like, stop it, man. The time, you had your time. Give it up.
Beavis and Butthead was the one, my guy. It was.
Oh, I like Beavis and Butthead. I mean, I just love Mike Judge. Even his show Silicon Valley, that show was fucking amazing. It was fucking amazing. I watched the recent Beavis and Butthead. I don't know why I couldn't. I liked the new movie that came out. That was pretty good. But the show, I couldn't. Like, I think I'm past it now. I think I've seen everything that those characters have to offer me.
Nah,
Yeah,
I still find that shit really comfy.
Yeah, dude, the new show was just fine. I even preferred the 2010s reboot over the new show. The new show was sort of like, it was like the classic show, except instead of reacting to music videos on MTV, they were reacting to like viral videos, which is a natural evolution of the format, but I was sort of over it by that point. But the new movie was good. I can't remember what it was called, but I enjoyed it a lot. It's okay, we're allowed to do this. We have white privilege. Now we have skills for today's workplace. College rules. What have I been doing for the last 2 years? Well, last year I was working on Smiling Friends. This year I did some traveling. I went to New York, LA, and then I started planning my content strategy moving forward. And I've been working on this animation. I built a website, organized. I've just been getting my affairs in order, ready to start making shit again. This cartoon's nearly done. Yeah. So it's not that like, oh, if I'm not posting, it's because I'm dead or like I'm just being lazy. It's just that this shit's not. It's not easy like getting content out there when you're not making money from it, man. Like it's. So that's what I'm working towards right now. So that's what I've been up to. I'm excited though. I've been enjoying doing these streams. I'm new to streaming. Dude, right now I don't have a day job. I was living off of savings this year. One wish, yeah. Dude, I was so happy with that cartoon. It's probably one of the most insane things I ever made. Dude, motivation is a meme. You just have to get into a routine. Like right now, streaming has really been keeping me productive. I don't know why I didn't start doing it sooner. But motivation is not real, dude. It doesn't exist. Like, if you're relying on fleeting moments of inspiration, you're just not going to get anywhere. You just have to do it, I'm afraid. And a big part of what blocks people I find is just fear, like fear, paralysis from fear of that no one's going to give a shit about what you're doing. But you just have to not give a fuck about that feeling itself and just start putting stuff out there, because otherwise nothing ever happens. It's like we sort of had a good storm during lockdown because everybody was stuck inside, panicking over the coronavirus. So Lewis and I just made a bunch of cartoons while everybody was stuck on Twitter and cheered everyone up, since everyone was going insane. I was like, well, fuck it, let's just make some people laugh. And that seemed to work out for us pretty nicely. But yeah, don't be a slave to motivation, man. It's all in your head. It's not real. Once you get into you have to get into a flow and be consistent. That's it. That's the only advice I can give you on actually getting shit done. And don't rely on your work making you happy either. Like eventually, once you really figure out what you're doing and what you want to do, working on it will make you happy, but it's not always going to be fucking sunshine and rainbows, you know. Like past a certain point, you have to treat it like a job. You have to just knuckle down. Like just the other day, I was stressing out on stream just over a hand drawing that I kept fucking up. But you just have to keep it together. I mean, I guess it can be sort of disorienting because some people make shit look easy, but I promise you it's not, like, for anybody, really. But yeah, but even then, like, the people who are doing stuff effortlessly, they're also still pushing themselves in a lot of cases. So they, even though they're making shit look easy, it's like, to them, they're still torturing themselves. So you can't look at it like that. Like, anytime I get better at writing or animating, I'm still thinking about, well, yeah, but it still sucks. But I've learned to just sort of enjoy the process itself, because I realized that sort of mental hang-up is never really going away. It's just not. So past a certain point, it does just become like, just do the work, just do the work, just do the work. And honestly, like, I had a viewer yesterday who, he's been a follower for a while, and he just wanted to show me some music that he's been working on, because no one really knows who he is, but he's a cool guy. He sent me some music last night, and I ended up really enjoying it. And it's that sort of audacity that you also have to kind of have that audacity sometimes. Like, don't be afraid of, like, reaching out to people, because they're just people, man. And maybe they'll respond, maybe they won't. It's not like they're your fucking friend. Some people will offer you advice if they're feeling generous, and some people will... You never know what will happen, is what I'm saying. So just don't be scared. There's no point.
No, you need to be super duper scared.
There's no fucking
Super
point.
duper duper scared.
Stupid duper scared.
You need to be quivering and shaking in your little booties.
I'm quaking in my boots. My little booties. I might go to the shop soon. Before it closes. Before that shit closes on my ass. Before the damn store closes. Yeah, man, people online are just people. Don't overthink it. You're gonna get shitheads in the comments too, but that's just the way it is. Like, I posted the Genie cartoon and some guy was like, some guy with a Knuckles the Echidna avatar was like, you peaked at Brokemon, to be honest, like a Pokemon parody I made in 2012. And for a second it annoyed me, and I was like, why the fuck am I reacting to this fucking stupid comment? It's like, oh, you were better when you were making cartoons about other people's intellectual property. And his icon was Knuckles.
Arguably the worst hedgehog.
He's an echidna, actually. But
Either way.
yeah, it's just like, dude, just stop giving a fuck. And I don't mean that in like the airport book, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck way. I mean just stop. Like, there's no point in stressing about it. Only you know what you want to make, and if you really want to get it done, you will find people that want to consume it. Alright, or you know, there are people that just fucking fail at everything they do. That is also a thing that happens. So, you know, don't take my word as gospel. But I'm sure you don't want to be that guy, so I'm sure you don't want to be that guy. That would be embarrassing. I only just learned After Effects this year. So this next animation is going to be the first one that has After Effects on it. And like, that's so embarrassing for a 29-year-old that's been animating. I've been animating literally since I was 7 years old. And I only just learned After Effects. That's kind of cringe. Did I know that hedgehogs will shit while running if they're stressed or alarmed? You just know that Sonic's leaving behind a streak of brown when Dr. Eggman robots shoot at him? That's a good point. That's canon. That's now canon. In whatever the fuck canon means. That's canon in the Sonic canon. In the Sonic extended shit streak universe, that's canon. Oh no, badniks. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's now canon in my mind. When are Sonic and Amy gonna fuck and have babies? Like, I wish I could do, but I can't.
Of course you'd wish that, Mr. fucking Solitude.
Sonic the Hedgehog has babies. But he's the one that gets pregnant, not Amy. One of your tunes gets a frequent comment from angry British people who think I'm American making anti-British propaganda. What the fuck? You know what? I got triggered on Twitter, which is so embarrassing in retrospect, but I got triggered on Twitter like a year ago because it was like 3 solid years of anti-British posting, even though I completely understand it. I completely understand where they're coming from. After a while, I was just like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Take it easy. I'm not making the school shooting jokes. That shit's not funny. But what can you do? Most of us deserve it. But I genuinely did get triggered after a while. Because people that I know, like acquaintances and friends were like, yeah, British people aren't human, ha ha ha. And I was just like, dude, fuck off. That's not even an original thought. You read that somewhere, and now you're just saying it because you want to be popular. Fuck you. Well, at least our schools. Yeah, exactly. That kind of shit. Yeah. But the rebound from that started to get to me because I was just minding my own fucking business. Why did I let that get to me? That's so fucking embarrassing. That's so stupid in retrospect. Hey, I like cats. Thanks for subscribing. It's a good name. It's a good name because it's true. I have 2 cats and I love them. Tommy has 2 cats? Do you have 2 cats?
Yep.
But yeah, this was back when everyone on Twitter was just up in everyone else's shit. Like, X people need to stop doing Y. It's like, shut up, bitch. Who are you? What have you done wrong in your life? A lot, I bet. Normalize? Yeah. Yeah, I remember normalize posting. We need to normalize this. It's like, shut up, man. If you're making it part of an ideology or a movement, it's not sincere. Like, normalize being nice to your homies. I am nice to my homies. You don't start the being nice to your homies movement and then just do it all like performative. Then it's just fake, man. Like, you don't mean it. Normalize telling your bros you love them. I did that because Twitter said it. What a fucking cancer on people's brains. I'm having fun animating this. This is dumb. Normalize getting brain tumors. You know, all that cancer stigma that exists in the world, that thing that literally everyone is afraid of. Normalize it. Wait, I thought I animated this part. I definitely did. Has it disappeared? No, there's no way.
You whoopsie-daisied it, didn't you, Jim?
Yeah, I think I did. I think I accidentally deleted it. Oh well, whatever. It wasn't that. I had to redo it anyway, because I redrew the spider. I redraw the spider.
I used to tuck James in at night once.
Normalize not deleting things. No one can ever stop me from deleting my tweets, and I don't care who saves them. That's better. Ooh. Normalize tucking your homies in at night so that the monsters don't reach their feet. Yeah, man. That needs normalizing. I'm down with that cause. See, we can work this out. Reality's not that complicated. This is a weird fucking cartoon. I'm cool with it, though. I'm cool with it, though. Right, boys and goys. I'm gonna have to be right back because I need a new vape. So I will be about 5-10 minutes. Tommy, do you want me to leave this shit running with you, or shall I like BRB this shit?
I mean, you can leave it running with me. I don't mind.
All right, I'll leave it running with you. All right, Void. Yeah, go take your little dog out for a walk, or big dog, or medium dog. That feeling when you watch an animation and emotionally connect to the characters in it. Do you feel that too when you watch your own stuff after it's done? Sometimes. The Christmas one we did, yes, but after a while, no. I try not to be too emotionally invested in the characters that I create, even though they do technically live in my head, so they are part of me in a way. To be honest, for me, it's the opposite. It's when the stuff that I make emotionally resonates with other people, that's when it resonates with me. I'm like, I'm glad I made them feel something. Whereas if I were to just watch something I worked on in isolation, a lot of the time it doesn't really have that effect. The Christmas one did. I don't know, actually. Sometimes I watch the Genie one and I'm like, did I go too far with this? Because I have felt the intensity of that one. So I guess the answer is sometimes. Yeah, the answer is sometimes. Because I aim for things that just feel real and human. Because I don't think you get that a lot in animation. But yeah, the answer is sometimes. Because I don't know, it's not really for me. That's one of my main gripes with people that get into animation, is so much of it is for them. They're like trying to recreate their childhood or whatever. So they get too invested in it. Whereas I have probably like 300 shorts that I wrote that have just been shelved, where I'm like, oh, this sucks. People aren't going to like this. I want to entertain people. And I don't have that sort of personal connection with the stuff that I make in that way, because it's not productive. And that's not how you get other people to like your shit. Like a mistake that artists will make early on is they will try and make, like, say there's an artist called fucking Eric. They'll try and make the Eric show starring Eric and Eric's wild imagination. It's like, nobody gives a fuck about you and your wild imagination, mate. Like, you need to make something that people are going to connect with, and that's not how you do it. And that happens a lot with animators. Even I'm guilty of it. If you look at my early stuff on Newgrounds, it's like, oh, look, I'm in it. But you need to be able to sort of obscure yourself out of the equation, because you are not the reason why people are watching this work. Unless your name is Sergio and you're doing the Sergio Show. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'll be like 10 minutes. I'm gonna leave you with Tommy.
Hello. It's me.
I can put some booba on screen that I drew in the meantime. Keep you satiated. There you go. All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, my lord. Look at it. See you in a moment, babe. To-wit, to-woo. Awooga. It's a fun time. No, I don't. I'm just an old school friend who does random shit. I don't animate, I don't do voice acting or anything like that. I mean, there's a potential maybe, but it's not really something I've ever done. So... I wouldn't say I'm epic and random. I mean, if you want me to entertain you, I can juggle. You won't be able to see it, but I can definitely do it. If you like juggling, hey. Hey, I can juggle. I'm not great at it, and I can only juggle 3, but, you know, I can keep a decent rotation going for a little while. I can play tennis with myself. So yeah, how would you like to be entertained? That's the real question. I'm currently playing Stalker 2 and thoroughly enjoying myself with this beautiful buggy mess. But it's a Stalker game, so I expect it to be a buggy mess and it to run a bit like shit, but it's the charm. I also play a lot of Final Fantasy 14 when I'm not playing this, and Space Marine 2, which, being a Warhammer fan and being biased because of Warhammer lore, I thoroughly enjoyed that too. What kind of games do you guys like? If you like playing games at all, that is. I know a lot of people have kind of given up with games these days because they're usually a big hot steaming pile of shit, so... I've heard Plague Tale's pretty fun. It's supposed to have a decent story. Yeah, also, sorry for not entertaining you thoroughly. I'm trying to get comfortable, but with my stupid spine, it's very difficult. And I'm trying just not to yell down the microphone, unless you would prefer to hear me just screaming into the void. Yeah, it's also really hot in this living room, and I'm sure I turned the radiator off. Or did I twist it the wrong way? I might have twisted it the wrong way. That should be off. The best I've ever managed is I managed like 4 semi-consistent rotations of 4 balls, but that was about it. And then I gave up after that and started learning little shitty tricks to do with 3. So I can like play tennis with myself. I can go under and over with both hands. I can reverse whatever it's called. There are names for these tricks. I don't remember them. I mean, I wish I could play table tennis by myself. Do that Forrest Gump shit where you half the table up and just pow pow. That'd be pretty fun. But no, I suck at table tennis. I don't think I'd even be able to manage that, to be honest. Well, no, I think I'd be able to get 4 balls pretty consistent. With I say a little bit more practice, but I haven't really juggled properly in a while, so I'd have to shake off the rust and then actually try. I work in a factory. I drive a forklift. Because I'm a real man. But I haven't been at work for the better part of 8 months because of my spine. So I'm technically employed, but at the moment, nothing. I pick up the pallets, I put down the pallets, and then I pick them back up again, and then I put them back down again. That's basically my job. Picking up the skids. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard skids referred to as like a group of people. I mean, the only thing I know of skids is like skid marks in your underwear. Like, haha, you got skids. Like that sort of thing. So we're not that different after all. Skidders. Damn.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello, Jimmy. We're talking about skid marks.
We're talking about skit. That devolved so quickly. I expected it to be something fucked up by the time I got back.
Yeah.
What's the lowdown on skid marks then? What's
Well,
what's the
I
consensus?
was asked what I do for my day job, and I told him I drive a forklift, and I pick up the pallets and I put down the pallets.
Right.
And then Grulty, where he's from, they call pallets skids, and then it divulged into skid marks.
I see. I see the train of thought. Yes. So what's the consensus? Let me read the chat. Maybe it's a group of people who proudly displays their skid marks by hanging their pants down under their cheeks. I'd be part of that posse. Yeah, Tommy's forklift certified, man. Yeah.
I am RTITB certified. Have been for 5 years. I can drive forklifts. I can drive reach trucks. I can put extensions on it.
He's not just living the meme. He was forklift certified before it became a meme.
Yeah, before it was cool.
Before it was cool to be forklift certified. Tommy is alpha. He has two kids and a wife.
I have 2 kids. I have a wife. I'm 29.
I'm a fucking
spinal issues.
volcel. I am willingly not getting into any more relationships. I'm like the opposite of a fucking alpha. What is that, Omega? None of these words mean anything. They don't mean anything.
Damn, I could not handle 2 wives. I wouldn't be able. I can barely handle one.
I was gonna say you can't even handle yourself.
Like,
Never
I'm a
mind
mess of a
having one
human.
wife.
I'm a mess of a human. I do things for my children. I teach them stuff. I try
Tommy-
and be a good dad.
You're a good
And
dad.
then my wife beats me.
You're a good dad.
I am a good
Tommy
dad.
will protect his home with his walking stick. You're right. His cane.
I'm gonna say they'll have to
Thanks
give me like
for holding
2
the
minutes.
fort. I'm glad it devolved into retardation that quickly. I'm actually pleased.
Hey, what do you expect from me?
No, I'm pleased. No, I'm genuinely pleased.
One of 3 things is gonna happen. It's gonna divulge into complete tomfoolery, bullshittery, Warhammer talk,
Tommy
or
foolery.
something with history.
Tommy foolery, am I right?
You're right. I will protect my home. I'll launch the Xbox controller at the front door. That'll give me about 2 minutes to get off the sofa and get to my walking stick.
Hey, Chess. I'm turning 30 next year. I have no wife, no GF, no kids, and I'm also not forklift certified. But I can draw silly pictures. I've also never driven a car, which is something that's possible if you live in England. You can get around without a car here. But
Yeah,
also
public
cars
transport is
scare the
dog
shit out of me. I feel like I would die immediately. I don't think I'd be bad at driving. I've driven before and I'm okay at it. But there's just something about them. They're fucking death traps, dude. It's like how the owning car meta is like, if you're gonna drive in the United States, you need to own a big car. You just need to, because the meta on the road in America is your car kills the other guy's car more than yours. If you get into a crash, you just better hope that your car obliterates their car more than their car obliterates yours, and that's the meta. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Don't do something stupid. Don't be like, I'm driving an exotic and it's a fucking Fiat 500 and you get into a pile-up and you become a fucking Rubik's Cube. Don't do that. Get a fucking F-150 or something. I've been on the road in America. It's terrifying. It's scary. That's the meta, man. Get a big car. You've been hit by one. No, I've never been hit by a car. I have been hit by a bicycle. Which is retarded, but it happened, so I guess... I have no point in lying about it. That did happen in my life.
I've been hit by a car technically 3 times in my life.
What do you mean technically 3 times?
Well, one was more of me going into it when it was doing like 3 miles an hour.
Someone asked this last time. The Fibonacci sequence isn't for this animation. It's for another one, but it's part of the VCam that I use. The VCam is what you use to control the camera, like for zooms and stuff. It's not relevant to this animation at all. It's from another one that I cancelled. Now it's just embarrassing to have here because it looks like I'm fucking like, hey look, it's a golden ratio animation with 2 guys at a table. No, that's not what I'm doing here. Anyway, that's embarrassing. Does it help with layout? The grid structure does. The Fibonacci was for something else, but the grid structure is great for figuring out where the eye should be looking. Because when you're watching a film, your eyes are only looking at part of the screen, at once. So if you look around the grid right now, you'll notice your eyes are only looking in the squares because you can never see a full shot at once. So it helps you with guiding the audience's eye. There's an excellent video that I saw about Mad Max Fury Road about guiding the eye that is just fantastic. Like he will say he'll have a close-up of a gun at one side of the screen, which your eyes are immediately drawn to, and then the next shot, it'll be someone's face, but it'll be where the gun was. It's shit like that, and the grid structure helps with calculating that kind of stuff. Cause you want to make sure that people who are watching your shit are not putting effort in, like they're not darting their eyes around trying to figure out what the fuck you were trying to do. You need to make it like seamless and enjoyable. And George Miller, he's like a master of that, like the guy who did the Mad Max movies. So yeah, that's my answer. But you should definitely use a grid structure and like study it if you want to make your work not painful to watch for the audience. Anyway, ran over. Sorry, what were you on? So you notice how her tits are right in the center? That's by design. That's so when people are watching it, whenever they're not looking left and right, they'll automatically reset to the tits. And then they'll feel guilty for looking, even though I made you look. I made you look, fucker.
Playing those mind games.
Made you look. And you're going to be like, I wasn't looking. Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were.
It's almost as good as drop your gay card.
You dropped your penis card. You dropped your foreskin. Who just subscribed? Thanks, Dog Felon. Thanks for subscribing. I don't even know. They're probably not even in the stream. I think these are just people who are watching other videos that are subscribing. I should probably disable that notification, but whatever. I'm gonna bump the tweet. Hey, my tits are down here. Rude. Oh shit. There we go, music. Right, so where was I? That's right, I need to do a thick version of the spider now.
You're thick.
I need to do a dummy thick version of the spider now. That does sound like something that I would do, actually. Just have one character that adheres to the Fibonacci sequence, and then everyone else is just as fucked up as I usually draw them. That could be fun. He's so well rendered. It's like no matter where I look, he just looks good. No, he doesn't. I look better than him. No, you don't understand. He's
oh
beautiful.
man, my chat's been fucked for a while.
Has it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh.
Oh yeah, this is CS3. I use CS3 for personal projects. and then animate for paid gigs. Hey, you never know, man. I might make it. I've got a whole packet of ideas. Most of them will never get made because I don't have enough time in my life. But you never know.
And he's always got me for the good vibes and the person to hang around with.
That too. That's facts. That's factual information.
With a triple X. Facts.
Yeah, I've got like 5 years worth of fucking short ideas that myself and my friend Lewis have been writing into a document for half a decade now, and it's like most of these are never going to get made because unless we can afford to hire people en masse to make them, it's just that they're just gonna, you know, disappear into the void. But that's just how it is. You gotta pick your favorites and kill your babies. Yes.
Yes. Also, to cycle back to the being hit by cars, for those who are interested, one was very drunk on a skateboard, didn't look across the road, got hit by the car, somehow got home with nothing but a giant bruise down my leg.
As far as you know.
Well, no, I woke up like the next morning hungover and in incredible pain, and like the majority of my thigh was just like black, blue, red, green.
Yeah, but did you get it?
It was a
checked
fucking
out?
rainbow. No. Oh, but
Then how do you know
think
it was just like? It could have been way worse, but you were just whatever.
I mean, I could still walk. I mean, it was a bit difficult and it was painful, but like, I could still do everything normally.
Right.
The one that did fuck me up is I got a bicycle for Christmas, and I went out on it like 3 days after Christmas. I looked both ways twice, put my headphones back in, looked both ways again, went into the road, got hit by a car. The car hit the front wheel, my knee basically took the wing mirror off, and then smashed into a curb.
Damn.
So that one made me not be able to walk for a while.
Holy
That
fuck,
fucking,
man.
that really fucking hurt. And the third one was, again, somewhat drunk. The car was coming out of a car park doing like 4 miles an hour, and I just kind of went into it on a skateboard.
Shit, dude.
So moral of the story, don't get drunk and skateboard, you might hit a car.
That's what we learned today.
That is what you learned today. I have no idea where the car came from. It hit me.
The guy's place of work or the guy's house on the road. That's where it came from. You just didn't see
Oh
it.
yeah, but it was
Where
the
did it
universe.
come from? Must have been It's a ghost car.
It's the universe.
Do you remember that?
I do, yeah. The guy was like
the headlights, they
panicking
disappeared.
like shit, though.
It's a ghost car.
Yeah, the guy was panicking like crazy, and like my dad was like, "Oh, it'll be alright. We'll just take it to hospital."
Yeah.
That was it.
Just staying completely chill about the situation. Oh, that's alright. You go to hospital. It's just what you do, innit?
It's not the first time I've done something fucking stupid enough to end up in a hospital.
Yeah, I know, Tommy. I know. I know.
I was never a good skateboarder.
Yeah, I tried for like a week, and I was like, no, I'm gonna end up killing myself.
I did it for years. I got good at doing like flat tricks, but when I started trying to move on to doing like half pipes and like actual skate park shit, like I just couldn't get it.
Mhm.
I don't know. It just never worked.
That's fine, mate. You didn't. You're not missing out on being Tony Hawk. It's fine.
But I wanted to be Tony Hawk. Well, actually, closer to the wish, I wanted to be Bam Margera, because at the time Bam Margera was
back when he was cool. Yeah.
Back when he was a.
I mean, he
signed
wasn't, but he
skateboarder.
was.
Bam Margera was cool. He had a bunch of cool people at his house, like Vil Vallo and fucking Danny Filth from Cradle of Filth.
Being
Viva La
cool
Bam
guy
was
adjacent does not
cool.
make a cool guy.
It does. What are you talking about?
Cool guys are in my vicinity, so I'm cool. It's like, no, dude. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you sniffing about?
He was the king of dirtbag cool.
Yeah, that was kind of the era. Dirtbag cool. I think you guys nailed it. It wasn't cool, but it was.
Yeah, but I found it cool, so it is cool. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock, so I've got to go and put the kids in bed. I'll be back.
Alright, see you in a sec. Tommy's got little ones to tend to. He's got responsibilities. Like Ethan Hawke. I think that has an E at the end. See, you're not crazy, man. In fact, you're too smart. And we must end you. You're recognizing patterns, and we can't have that. Hawk Tour coin? No. I mean, I'm sure there's probably going to be a Hawk Tour coin millionaire, surely, right? Let's have a look at Hawk Tour coin. Oh, is that like an official thing she did? She did hawk Turcoin and now she's being accused of a pump and dump? Of course it's a fucking pump and dump. Why the fuck wouldn't she? There's no consequences for a pump and dump. If there's one thing we've learned, the only consequence for a pump and dump is people get a bit mad at you for a little bit. And then you just get away with it. Oh, is that the girl who did a pump and dump? Oh yeah, that's her. What a bitch. Hey, what about that World Cup? Like, no one, like, you just get away with it. Also, I highly doubt she even knows anything about crypto. So it was definitely some fucking snake oil trader guy who was like, "Hey, let's make a coin based on you. It'll be the next hot thing. Everyone's gonna want a hawk Turcoin." There's absolutely no way in hell that she knew what the fuck she was doing. I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. Hey kid, you got a pretty good blowjob meme going there. What if we made a coin based on it? What's that? It's like jewelry, but cyber. Everyone's gonna want a hawk Turcoin. Everyone loves you. Wow, that sounds cool. Okay, why does everyone hate me now? I guarantee 100% it went down like that. No other possible way that went down any other way. Yeah, she probably knew she was getting a good payout, that's about it. But I highly doubt she was informed on the ethical implications of a fucking meme-based pump and dump under her legal name. I just doubt it. There's no way. She went viral from a fucking TikTok. These people don't know shit about anything. Welcome back, E. Hello again. I'm good, man. Made some good progress today. I'm doing good. Some dumbass bought 35k worth and was left with 2k. What a shithead. Wish I had 35k to waste on hawk Turcoin. See, I was shitting on that guy just then, but that guy's probably fucking wadded to waste that much money on hawk Turcoin. Like, he must be a multi-millionaire. Like, 10 milli at least. If he's not, and he just wasted his family savings on it, like, oh no, this is guaranteed, it's the next hot meme, then that is really funny. But I doubt it. Don't be amazed, guys. The coin roll is semi-rotoscoped. I cheated this time round. This isn't an electric bike situation. I didn't raw dog it. But thank you. Anybody can rotoscope, man. I sold the illusion because I didn't rotoscope it every frame. What I did was I made it so like every 4th frame was rotoscoped, and then I in-betweened it, which gives it this illusion of looking like it's, you know, entirely animated by hand, which is sort of what the illusion I was trying to sell. But yeah, no, it's like there's a lot of rotoscoping going on there. I'm gonna watch this full screen myself with all the camera movements and shit. Alright, this is coming along nicely. This animation's stupid. This animation's stupid.
I doth return.
Hello, Tommy.
Bellew.
Hello, Tommy.
Bellew. So what riveting conversations have we been having?
Nothing. I was just watching over my cartoon. I've pretty much pretty much finished almost all the keys now.
Nice.
Just some weird stuff like gotta clean in some zoomed in shots, and then the lady, I need to flesh out her rig some more, and I gotta get the facial expressions down. Gotta give the table a fucking leg to stand on. Get some chairs done. But yeah, it's really coming along. It's like really far along now.
I'm gonna say you're gonna have to give Lewis a bell and be like, "Oi, we need to record some voices."
Yeah,
you
we
bitch."
have to record super soon because this is like insanely far along. Damn, I didn't think I'd get to this point. It always feels like that. I should run this through After Effects and see how it looks tonight. I've got a nice preset ready for it.
Nice. I do not animate. No. I've never done any voice work, but it'd be cool. But, you know, I'm just James's friend that fucks about, chat shit, keeping it lively, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight.
Keeping the boys on their tippy toes.
Yep, keeping the vibes real. I'm the vibe guy. I don't do any real work. I'm just there in the background.
He's a good lad. He's this guy on the right here. That's Tommy. This guy. Billy is this guy, but he's not here right now.
Oh, I'm always chilling.
Yeah.
To quote Blue Regard Q Kazoo, I'm icy chill.
Oh, I'm loving the stream now that there's barely any delay. Fucking hell. That was horrible before. Wasn't
I know,
it?
it's
Horrendous.
lovely.
It's been a trial and error process, but we got there in the end. We got there in the end, didn't we? Didn't we, chat? Oh, chat, we got there in the end, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Oh, I'm gonna start calling everyone chat. Hey, chat. Got there in the end, didn't we, chat? That's when you get too big for your britches. Your stream gets too big, so you just start saying chat. I mean, what else can you say? We did it, chat. We did it, Reddit.
Maybe not the last one.
We did it, Reddit. I'm glad people want to stick around for an animation stream for this long, man. Like, no, it's not popping, but thanks for watching. Because this is how grueling the work is behind the scenes. Like, you guys get a new cartoon, but when I'm working on them, this is what it's like. Yeah, I presume you guys are busy too. Just some background noise, eh?
Keeping it wheel while at white.
I like to keep it well. I keep it well.
I am the keeper wheel, man.
I keep it well with my homies. Nobody ever disrespect me.
What's the haps with the quaps?
If you disrespect me, I'll get angry. Nobody this side of the cul-de-sac disrespects me.
Peace out, my guy.
Alright, see you.
Hopefully your dreams come to you easy.
Sleep easy, my man. Rest
Sweet,
easy.
sweet peasy.
No one else is gonna do it for you, so you might as well do it for yourself. Been on
Well,
keto.
You're a bigger man than I ever will be, so...
Damn, that's some self-control, man. I could never. I mean, I barely eat meat as it is.
That just sounds like hell.
What, barely eating meat?
No, the keto diet.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't. I could never. It's not possible.
Why won't this fucking radiator turn off? I'm dying here. Jesus Christ.
I'm dying here. Yeah, your body's gonna go into shock, man. Going back to normal food? No way.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have the shits for like 2 days.
Oh, this is gonna be annoying to navigate. I can't remember how I did this before. Zoomed in shots are a bitch because you can see all the fucking, like, ugliness. And I usually go over it, but... Oh, it's kind of... I gotta pull some trickery to get away with it. Yo, Zelinki! Mate, you can hop in the Discord if you want. It's okay if you don't want to. I fixed the delay on the stream, by the way. The delay is like 3 seconds now. Yeah, still at it. It's actually, fuck. It's definitely in the 90s in regards to progression. Like, I've got to run it, I've got to... You know, got to do the background, finish the layout and stuff. Get the facial expressions down for the dialogue, and then do the recording with Lewis, After Effects, and we're done. Maybe a little Patreon promo at the end. It depends how feisty I'm feeling. I haven't actually launched the Patreon yet. But this is far along, man. Oh yeah, I gotta give her arms when she fucking glides away. See, there's these little bits. When she vibrates away. I don't actually know what the song in the background is. It's on the... on YouTube, it's called Acoustic Inspiring Wedding by Infraction. It's just some no copyright shit that I have playing in the background. Because my streams kept getting struck. Damn, you don't have a setup, that sucks, man. It's alright. Even if you didn't want to, I wouldn't care. I'm actually new to streaming myself, so I was actually super nervous to start doing it, but I'm enjoying it. Yeah, there's a lot of dialogue in this thing, but I'm not spoiling any of it. At the moment it's in text form, but I've hidden that layer. I'm not spoiling this shit. I refuse.
All is sealed for now.
The anger management one? Are you talking about the what if introspective that I made when I was in college? The guy on the deck chair slips on the sandwich. Yeah, I had repressed anger issues at the time when I made that, which I didn't realize at the time. Like, because I wouldn't explode, I would just sort of bury my anger. And after I made that, it like resolved my anger issues. It was really freaky. I don't even know why I made it. I just felt like, well, I want this to happen in the animation, and then after I was done with it, it felt like a weight was lifted off me. It was very strange. Yeah, I like that cartoon. I made it in like 2 weeks because I was such a fucking procrastinating bitch when I was in college. Yeah, that's why it's like rigged. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not. The vast majority of it is not hand animated. I mean, it is. Like, I didn't use tweens, but it's all. I made rigs, so it's not frame by frame. The anger management one is the what if introspective on this channel. It was about multiple things. It was about like anger management and intrusive thoughts, because I was getting a lot of horrible intrusive thoughts at the time, and I'd be like, why did I think that? That's horrible. And it sort of resolved both of those things for me. And I'm really glad that one speaks to people, because my lecturers didn't seem to understand it, but people on the internet did. Which I think that speaks volumes, doesn't it, really? My lecturers were like, I don't understand it, but then people on the internet are like, dude, that spoke to me. It's like, yeah, fuck you. The hell am I going to college for? But yeah, people get stuck in like embarrassing memories and shit that they just can't let go of, and it was majorly about that. Like, you know, something embarrassing happens to you and you think of a comeback later and you're like, oh damn, I should have said that. It's like, that's so stupid though. But we've all done it. Oh, I just thought of a perfect comeback to that guy who owned me. He epically owned me with his vocal cords, but I could have said this and it would have been perfect, but I didn't. Now I'm thinking about it in the shower. Yeah, I don't really fuck with Bill Burr that much, but that's one bit of his that I actually do like. He was talking about, like, whenever he has an embarrassing memory when he's in the shower, he just shouts them away. I used to do that, like, ah, and then it would just go away. Which now when they happen, I'm just like, oh fuck, I remember that. God damn, why did I do that? Now I just laugh.
Now you are the wild gorilla.
Yeah.
That's what you are. He beats me
Get-
every
get-
day.
Getting attacked by random embarrassing memories is funny though, because there's nothing you can do about it. Sometimes your brain just goes, "Hey, remember this?" And you're like, "Yeah,
Every goddamn day.
yeah, I remember that. Why are you bringing that up right now? I'm supposed to be in charge of you." Well, I am you. I'm your brain. And guess what? You're only kind of in charge of it. I'm here to torture you for 5 minutes this morning. Remember that?
You're not
Yeah.
in charge of it.
Yeah, I remember that. Why are you doing this to me? 'Cause it's funny. You like to remind people about their embarrassing memories. Do you at least offer them closure? Like it's okay, man. You know, I wouldn't get into that situation, but you know, it's okay that it happened to you. I wouldn't do it though. I would never be caught in that situation. You were though. Oh, you like to tell people about your embarrassing. Is that like how you sort of purge them out of your mind?
In reaction.
Because a lot of my writings are like the stuff that I write are intrusive thoughts. Like they're not memories, they're intrusive thoughts. Like a orange trick, for example. I was in Poland in 2019 and I pulled out a slice from an orange. I was with a bunch of friends and I was talking to a friend and I pulled out one slice and I held it in front of her and I was like, "Oh, it looks like Pac-Man." And then I imagined squeezing it really hard so orange juice went in her face, and then I started laughing. She was like, "What the fuck are you laughing at?" And I was like, No, it's fine, it's fine. And I tried to explain it to her and she was like, "That's not funny, that's stupid." And I was like, No, it's fine. And then I animated it and it was like the most viral thing I ever made. Like people stole it. It was like top of TikTok, Reddit, everywhere. It's just those little intrusive thoughts are sometimes gold, man. Because you don't know where they come from. Like, I don't sit down and, like, rub my temples. Hey, Cybershell, thank you for the $10, man. It's good to see you. Keep making the best Sonic content on the internet, please. Please. How do I feel when I get fame from my work? I don't get fame from my work. Like, people know my work, but I'm not famous. My work is far more popular than I am, and I sort of like it that way. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be known. I like being able to walk around and not be stopped in the street. It's why I kind of don't put my face out there. Thanks, Zelinky. I have more characters. Like, I have a lot. There's another one called Declan that I haven't premiered yet. He's in the he's probably the one that's closest to my actual personality, but just exaggerated. But if you look at my pinned tweet, it's the guy with the long hair. He is the third character in this trio. Like, there's these two characters and then there's him. And there's some shorts that I've written with all three of them, but we haven't gotten to that yet. We're still sort of laying the groundwork, but thank you. I think we're onto something with these characters. Yeah, man, being famous sounds like a fucking nightmare to me. Like, almost everyone that I know that is actually famous that I've spoken to is like, dude, anonymity is so fucking important. Like, you, like, treasure it. If you can get away with having popular work, but people not knowing what you look like or whatever, like, please, like, hold on to that. Because you can't unfamous yourself. You know what I mean? Like, once you're famous, you're famous. Like, you'd have to get plastic surgery or something.
Or ruin your career.
Yeah, you'd have to become like Michael Jackson and just... Yeah, fuck no. Fuck no. I mean, it is sort of a brand. I think I figured out what my style of humor is. I figured out the sort of the way I want to draw things, like weird, deformed characters adjacent to sort of almost pop culture looking, like that is almost just an anime woman with like a slight influence from my art style in it, next to these like borderline Wallace and Gromit looking freaks. And I love shit like that. It's very much in the spirit of Jared. And I've just been sort of refining it. How did I figure out my style? Yeah, I'm glad you think that she fits, because I try to sort of have it look like they could exist in the same world. It is pseudo-realism, yeah. But how did I figure out my style? I'll tell you one thing. Do not use those tutorials where it's like, here's how to draw a nose, here's how to draw an eyes, here's how to draw mouths, here's how to draw a head, and then just combine it all, because then you end up creating like Frankenstein's monster shit that no one wants to look at. The way that I figured out my style was just by taking influence from Western animation, anime, live action, and then I would just draw my friends. I would just like draw people that I know, and then just like squash their heads around, crop their heads around, exaggerate certain features until it just made me laugh. Until it made me laugh, I would be tweaking a design. Like the whole philosophy is, this guy has to look funny doing nothing. So if he's just sat there looking like that, and just blinking and looking around, that's just funny already. And that's what I go for. If they look funny doing nothing, I've done my job. That's how I like to think about it. It's like my favorite moment in the Christmas animation is when he is just looking at the snowman that he made of him, and there's like a pause and he's just staring at it, and you're wondering what he's thinking in that moment, because his expression is so funny, and you're just like, oh god, what's he thinking, what's he gonna say? And he's like, oh, you've gotta be laughing, doesn't look anything like me at all, mate, like what the fuck. It's like he looks like he's thinking, but he looks like he's not thinking too hard, you know what I mean? That's what I go for. Yeah, he's my dimwit character. Oh, Mike Judge was obviously also an inspiration. Yeah, that's just undeniable. My idea, not yours. I think my idea, not yours. I think that seeped into my head. Like, that quote, I don't think that exists anywhere else, but I think that philosophy came from Rick and Morty, actually. Because I was watching Rick and Morty from the beginning. It sort of fell off, but later on in the series, that show became about like ideas in general, because people think ideas are special and they're not, and I think Rick and Morty is very self-aware of that fact. It's like there's one line in Rick and Morty where it's like, you never use my ideas, Rick, and he's like, Morty, wanting a dragon isn't an idea. And that line sort of stuck with me. I was like, yeah, dude, like people have ideas every day. Like brushing your teeth is an idea, having a bath is an idea. You need to be able to sift out the good ideas from the bad ideas. And that's a skill that very few people possess, because it's just not a muscle they've exercised. No, I do have a love-hate relationship with it. But that's by design. Like, Rick and Morty is designed to piss people off. Whereas early on it was just sort of a masterpiece, and then it just became like a a trauma dump family sitcom marionette show for whoever was writing that particular episode. Like, people who are looking for a canonical story in that show just don't understand what the point of it is. So it is genius, but like I don't think the fan base of Rick and Morty understand what it is really. That's how you end up with people going into McDonald's, spazzing out on the ground, going, "I'm Pickle Rick, where's my Szechuan sauce?" and shit like that. That's part of the reason why I hate it, because it sort of likes to act like it's educational, but it's really not. It's just more brain rot. Yeah, same here, dude. It still makes me laugh sometimes. Like I've seen every episode. Like my main gripe with it is trolling television, yes, but there's only so much abuse you can put on your own fan base before it's just like, okay, what is the point of this? Like, yeah, they're not learning anything. You're just sort of fucking with their heads. Whereas I grew up with classic Simpsons, which actually was an educational show disguised as a sitcom. Like, early Simpsons actually is salient in the points that it makes, whereas Rick and Morty is not. It's very, what's the fucking point? And that bothers me, even though it does make a lot of good points here now and then. So yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Every good story is a survival guide in disguise. Well, every episode of Rick and Morty, if you've ever read Hero with 1,000 Faces, by Joseph Campbell, Dan Harmon developed his story circle framework off of that book. And that book is essentially it's a guide onto mythology. So like the story of Jesus, the story of Achilles, the story of all of these deities that existed throughout history. It shows that they all follow one similar framework of storytelling. And what Dan Harmon did was he condensed that into the Harmon Story Circle, which is what is it? Harmon Story Circle. So it's, hang on, I'm gonna put it on the screen for you. So what is it? So see, it's, you start off here: you, need, go, search, find, take, return, change. So it's establish the protagonist, you, need, something isn't right, go, crossing the threshold, search, the road of trials, find, meeting the goddess, take, paying the price, return, bring it home, change, master of both worlds. So the whole point of his story circle, it's based on this mythological framework of Joseph Campbell's monomyth research. And the whole idea is that you start off in a place of comfort, you enter the unknown, you get what you need, but you pay the price for it. You return home having changed and learned something. And yeah, exactly. It's just the hero's journey. And it really fucks with people's heads if you tell too many of these, though. Like, everybody has a favorite Rick and Morty episode, but it's typically based on just their own life experience, you know? Like, if you had a really violent upbringing, one of your favorite Rick and Morty episodes is going to be one where they're fighting for survival in a very violent world. That's the point of that show anyway. And people who are looking to canonize it just don't understand it. It's an interesting experiment. I really don't fuck with the hero's journey that much. I think that it breaks people's brains. like they feel like that's my story, that's how my life is going to play out, and it just fucks with their head. And I think it's almost abusive to tell an endless series of heroes' journeys to people who are like struggling. Like that's why I'm more interested in like characters having silly interactions with each other, like almost like a Socratic back and forth. It's not that I don't respect it, it's just I don't think people are equipped to deal with overly simplistic tutorials on how to live their lives in the form of a cartoon. I'm much more interested in something that's like almost like Seinfeld, where it's really about nothing, but there is a back and forth that you can learn from in the end. So yeah, my opinions are very loaded because I think it's a reductive way of educating people or giving them hope. But that's just a personal opinion. But it is funny to watch people at conventions like, when is he going to defeat evil Rick? When is evil Morty going to fight? When is Morty going to fight the supreme evil Morty and defeat the evil Morty? And the reason they're asking that is because they identify with Morty. Like, oh, Morty is me. I am Morty. I want Morty to finally become a man because I don't feel like I'm a man. And they don't realize it. It's like a subconscious thing. It's about the journey, Void. Exactly. It's about the journey, man. But one part of Rick and Morty I do respect is that it really is just spamming television. Which I think Dan Harmon is like really terrified of like the rise of fascism, so he wants to keep TV sort of chaotic. Which is like one thing that I do really respect about the show. Even though it can be really mean sometimes, like he makes like it started doing like incest jokes and like just one-off jokes like about people dying and stuff, and it's just that's not the show that I signed up for, but whatever. That's not why I started watching it. Like, oh, Morty flicks the light switch and then there's a room of people they're just hooked up to, like, just in hospital beds, and they all just die, and it's like, yeah, good joke, dude. Yeah, that's not mortifying at all. Which I guess is the point, because he's called Morty, haha, which also means Dead Sea. Very clever. See, my hater side was just coming out then, you see what I mean? I comprehend it. That's the thing, I comprehend it too much. And that's sort of why I'm mixed on it. Morty's short
don't
for
want to go down that road.
Morty is short for Mortimer, which means Dead Sea. It's religious commentary, don't you understand? And it also sounds like Marty, like from Back to the Future. Isn't that weird? No, it's not weird, Dan. It's also not that clever. The evil Morty plotline is drawn out by design, dude. Like, Dan even said himself that the point of that show was that it was never supposed to end, because it's a Freudian, it's an endless series of Freudian heroes' journeys, and everybody's episode was everyone was supposed to have a different favorite episode. It was never supposed to unfold like Breaking Bad or something. But I think it's running out of steam, so they recently started actually wrapping up plot lines. Like when he said Rick and Morty 100 years, he actually meant it. Like he wanted it to be something that could persist after he died. But I just don't think that's gonna happen. It's not gonna go down like that. How do I feel about Doc and Marty? Well, I grew up on Newgrounds, dude, so like I'm not gonna dog on something that's obviously horrendous. Like I've seen worse. I've seen much worse. I didn't think Doc and Marty was funny. But you know, like crazy artists when they're young, they make shit like that. A lot of them are just trauma dumping too. Like I feel like something fucked up probably. I mean, I can't speak on Justin Roiland's past. I don't know anything about the guy, but a lot of people that make stuff like that really did just have fucked up upbringings. And I'd rather not stop people from making the art they want to make, no matter how fucked up it is. Not to take a principled stance, but I think once you start censoring people in that way, it's a dangerous road, you know. I'm indifferent to Doc and Marty. How about that? Yeah, it's appreciably weird. That's a decent way of phrasing it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know anything about Justin Roiland. I hope he's alright though. That guy clearly was not equipped to deal with the level of fame that he amassed. Do I have a favorite Flash game? I actually didn't like Flash games. I played a few, but I was more into Flash movies because all I really cared about was animation. I did play. What was it? It was like a Guitar Hero clone where you play it with your keyboard. And it had a really long name. I got addicted to that for a while.
Rats on Fire, was it?
No. It had a really long name and it had a Stickman mascot. I always forget the name of it though. And there was also a game, a really old one, where you play as a shark, going high speeds, and you have to jump out of the water and like smash boats and pull helicopters out of the sky and stuff. I really liked that one. Oh, you know what game I did like that was a Flash game? Fucking Fantastic Contraption. That was fucking boss. It was like obstacle courses. It was a physics game, and you had to build contraptions that you could get over the obstacle course. Oh my god, and the physics on it was so good for a Flash game. It was so intricate. I was obsessed with that game.
I still think nothing can beat Bug on a Wire from Miniclip.
There's also you have to burn the rope. That was a good game. Bug on a Wire game. Let's see.
It was on Miniclip.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
This is like a proto iPhone game.
Yep.
Like there's so many clones of the Bug on a Wire framework now.
I played that shit for days.
Oh, you know what? Fuck. Sapuken. What was the Dad at Work? Yeah, Dad's at Work. He made a game based on his dad's shorts, like Dad's at Work. That game was fun as fuck. Dad Game it was called. Yeah, I played the shit out of Dad Game. But generally speaking, I did not. I really didn't play that many Flash games. I did play. Like my Flash game experience goes way back. It's like I played the Xiao Xiao.
Yeah.
The Xiao Xiao beat 'em up in like 2003.
There was another weird karate one that I remember on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
I played that a ton as well.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I said yeah anyway. I just felt like saying yeah. There was a karate game.
Yeah,
I've probably
basically
heard
just
of
kick
it.
people.
Stick page, dude. I used to
Bro,
frequent stick
don't.
page. I used to
Fucking-
I used to frequent stick page and SFDT, and the owner of SFDT got really fucking angry at me once because I couldn't. I was a little kid and I was making pivot animations. They didn't accept pivot animations on there, which actually kind of upset me because I would even compile them in Flash and they'd be like, "This is pivot, get it off here." But I was running a website to promote my pivot animations, and I couldn't afford hosting costs for like Flash files, so I made like a nav bar and a banner for my website, and I would just upload them to SFDT in the portal, and then I would just embed it on my website, and I kept doing that for a month. And he was like, "Dude, you stop fucking uploading your website assets to my portal. That's not what it's for. It's for stickmen fighting and nothing else, okay?" I was like, "Fucking hell, jeez." And then I kept doing it. I just kept doing it, and he was like, "Seriously, I'll ban your IP." And he banned my IP, and I couldn't get on SFDT, and he deleted my file, so my website wasn't working. So I just fucking reset my IP and just kept doing it. And until like I wasn't allowed, like he banned my account, I was just like, all right, fine, I give up. But I got away with it for a while. I had my website running for like 2 solid months with just nav bars and shit that I uploaded to the SFDT Flash portal. Truth is, I was just mad because I wanted them to accept me, but they never did. I was too much of a pleb. I was a pivot pleb. I wasn't part of the Flash stickman elite at the time. Yeah, stick page, fucking the classic stick animations like Joe Zombie and Castle. We actually had Chris Wilson in here earlier, the Cyanide and Happiness guy. Like Rob Den Blaker, he's part of Cyanide and Happiness, and he did Rob Zombie, which I was obsessed with. I was obsessed with Rob Zombie, dude. I met him at fucking London Comic Con when I was like 15, and he was like, and I was like, "Oh, hey Rob, I know you." I met him in like the lobby of the hotel he was staying at. I think he knew me for Astif Movie, and I started talking to him about Rob Zombie, and I was like, you give a fuck about Rob Zombie? Why the fuck? And I was like, "Yeah, can you make more?" He's like, "Fucking no, I'm never making another Rob Zombie ever again," and it broke my heart. It's like, come on, man. Just make another Rob Zombie. I know you think it's cringe, but it's not. It's cool. It's fucking cool. It's cool, man. Come on, what are you doing? Cyanide and Happiness? That you're already doing that. Do Rob Zombie also. Do both. Yeah, Castle was insane, man. And my computer was so bad back then that like even just playing the SWF, like my computer would be lagging out like crazy. And I was like, one day I hope to make something as amazing as Rob Zombie. No, Castle. Little did I know that stick figures were not my calling. Although I am thinking of making some new pivot animations soon, just because why not? It's been so long. It's probably the only format I'll get to make action in, so without it taking years off of my life. If you guys never saw my pivot animations, they're all on the YouTube channel Pivot RJ4. It's all stuff I made when I was between like ages like 11 and 13. You can check those out if you've never seen them. It's like around the time I animated Astif Movie. People who remain stickman animators that made a career out of it. Yeah, there's not many, if any. Fuck, man. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I'm sure they exist. We're just not in the know. But stick figures, it was a whole subculture. which it obviously, like, clearly it must have emerged from, like, school book doodles or something, because in school, I would sit next to this kid that we knew called Sid, and we would just draw Stickman Wars. Like, I would take one side of the page, he would take the other, and we would just, almost like we were playing Stickman Worms or something, and we'd just draw Stickman Wars, and it just felt innate, like cavemen or something. And Stickman animations just felt like almost inevitable in a way. So it sort of perplexes me that there isn't still a thriving Stickman culture online. I'd say Pencilmation counts. It counts. I mean, it goes for like a more... It's definitely a more like happy-go-lucky cartoony Stickman culture, but it's not really the edgy one we grew up with, but it counts. Like, who doesn't like a good Stickman?
That's pretty much childhood right there, my guy.
Yeah, man, everyone likes a good Stickman.
Watching Xiao Xiao and playing fucking stick RPG.
But I don't know, Stickman. There was also Dick Figures. That was huge. That was absolutely huge. And that guy went on to direct the fucking Mario movie. Did you know that, Tommy?
I did not.
Yeah, the guy who did Dick Figures directed the fucking Mario movie that came out.
That's wild.
Yeah, seriously, that was him. It's a small world, man. Especially if you're in animation, there's not many of us. As opposed to stop-motion animators who I grew up with on YouTube and some went to work on with Leica or Adult Swim. Yeah, you'll find a lot of these people that are now in the industry. Yeah, I only animated the first one, the first SF movie. A lot of the people in the industry now, like, they have history in on like fucking Newgrounds, 4chan, fucking YouTube parodies and stuff. Like, I mean, it was inevitable, really. Like, we were all fucking butting our heads together, like sharpening each other's blades to make sure we could become the best animators possible. At least according to each of our abilities and the sort of art that we want to make. Like, if we did not manage to penetrate the industry in any way, it's rigged. It's just rigged. Oh, hey Chris, I was just talking about you. I was talking about when I met Rob Den Blaker at how long have you been here the whole time? I was just talking about when I met Rob Den Blaker at MCM in London, and I talked to him about Joe Zombie, and he was like ambivalent about it. It's like, dude, please make more Rob Zombie. He was like, why do you want that? And I was like, because it's cool. I'm trying to think of what I should do next on this animation. I made a lot of good progress today. Man, he doesn't even need to do a finale. He should just do like almost like an Alien Romulus Rob Zombie, you know, where it's like a one-off. The finale has there's too much pressure behind it because it's been too long. He doesn't have to do that. Like, I used to do a stick figure series called The Chase, and I did like 5 episodes, and I was like, 6 is going to be the last one, and then I switched to Flash, and then people were like, please wrap it up, and I just did it out of sheer pressure, and it sucked. I mean, I'm glad I did it. I wrapped it up, but yeah, like, come on, man. Like, if Rob's not up to anything else, which you don't have to tell me what he's up to, but come on, why not? It's beloved. It's fucking retro. I'm even. You remember The Chase? There's no way. Chris, go on Pivot RJ4. Go on youtube.com/pivotrj4 and look to see if you recognize that shit, because it used to be huge back in the day. It used to be on Pivot RJ, but that account got hacked. But yeah, I wrapped that shit up. Oh yeah. Yeah, Tommy really did not like people badgering him about that. I mean, he shouldn't make that fucking cartoon now. He should not finish it. It's been too long. GTA 5 is 11 years old, dude. I'm pretty sure he still gets comments about it. You remember it? What the fuck? That was me, dude. That was me. I was... Do you remember Stick Figures on Crack? Because back then, it was like me and Pivot Master DX. I was making the chase. He was making Stick Figures on Crack. And the thing is, we were both really fucking poor, and we only had internet access sometimes. So whenever we wanted to communicate, sometimes we would have to message like through our Nintendo Wiis, just based on like location and internet access. So he'd be like, "Hey, I'm putting up an animation this week, and whatever," and we'd be sending like messages through our Wiis to stay in touch. Oh fuck. Yeah. Yeah, too cool for email, right? No, I think we were both just stupid. We were both, and also all those pivot animations on that channel, Pivot RJ4, they were animated with a touchpad on a laptop, like an Acer laptop, because I didn't have a mouse, so I would just be using my finger, and then Windows Movie Maker. Those were hard times, man.
Those were the days.
Yeah. Wait, just with your finger on a touchpad? Because that's how I made all of those cartoons back then. Because you don't have to draw on pivot, so all I had to do was just sort of wiggle the stick figure around with my finger.
And then tap the space bar.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep the shitty look, right? You got, like, if Cyanide and Happiness suddenly went fucking 4K, it would be freaky. Which I'm sure you've done that in an animation at some point. Like, you've probably done a gross up or something.
Making them hyper realistic.
Yeah.
Saying that, please don't do that. I don't know how I would feel if I saw that.
What do you think of this little spider coming on the table? I think it looks good. I think it looks gross, but like also innocuous enough so that when he squishes it, it just seems like out of pocket. That's sort of what I'm going for here. Tries to run away and he fucking gets it. It's like, look, why'd you do that, bro? It's like so unnecessary. Damn, all this reminiscing about late 2000s internet culture. Holy fuck. I forgot that I'm in good company and everybody's heard of this shit. Dude, Chris, that's what I was talking about that earlier. I was like, he should name it Susan before he squashes it. Because he's gonna say, "Oh, look, it's Itsy Bitsy Spider in real life," and this fella on the right is gonna be trying to talk to him about something else, but then he just keeps looking at the spider. He's not paying attention, and then he squashes it. But like, I was thinking, like, if he names it, it makes it even worse. I'm gonna call you Susan, and then just fucking bang on the table. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was talking to Lewis Vacanza about it. I was like, dude, you should name it first. And then Lewis was like, nah, it's kind of weird. And I was like, yeah, exactly. This guy's a fucking creep. This guy's a creep. That makes it better. Come on, dude. This is the same guy who told a genie to kill himself or give him a Big Mac. Like, give me a Big Mac or die. It's perfectly in character for him to name a spider before squishing it. And then there's the waitress. There's the beautiful waitress. There it is, look. I promise this will kind of make sense when it's finished. It will. I thought of this while walking to the shop, just the whole thing. I was like... It looks like nonsense right now, but it's not, I promise.
It is all nonsense, Jim.
I mean, it kind of is, but it's the good kind of nonsense. The lads do have names. I haven't revealed them, but the guy on the left is called Nick and the guy on the right is called Jacob. I feel like once you name something, people start getting weird about it. So I try to not... Like, those are the names behind the scenes, but once you give characters names, people start thinking about them differently. So it's sort of tough trying to figure out when to sort of be like, hey, these are the canon names. Then people start asking about their backstories and shit. They don't have backstories. They're just some funny looking dudes that I drew. Are you kidding? What, are you pranking me? You want backstories from these guys?
Please, I would love a backstory.
Are you
I need the lore.
pranking me right now?
Right, it is sadly that time again, Jimmy Pops. One must go to sleep.
Tommy's got to go to bed, he buys.
Sucks ass, but
Yeah.
it's almost the weekend, so... Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've done... Damn, I'm enjoying this chat, but I feel like I've done everything that I wanted to do on this animation today.
We're gonna have to drag Lewis in here at some point.
If he wants to. Lewis is... He's like, I'd never want to do a podcast ever again. It's like, well, we're just doing streams, man. We'll see.
We're just slinging shit at this point, so...
Maybe he'll show up at some point.
Honestly, because I'd love to know his input on some of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely fucking wild, reminiscing about fucking stick page and shit.
Yeah.
It's been one hell of a time.
Well, we've got some fellow oldies in the chat who know exactly what we're talking about. I will be streaming again tomorrow. This is just going to be a regular thing from now on. So you guys who like the background noise, thank you. Thank you, and thank you to everyone who's donated so far. It really helps. Looks like this animation is going to make good time. It'll definitely be out before the end of the year. Yeah, thanks for showing up, everybody. And I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next year. I don't know.
Nah, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, well, for a lot of you, it'll be tomorrow. But yeah,
Yeah,
see you, everybody.
Peace out.